Attorneys for the Maryland man who was mistakenly deported to a prison in El Salvador are making another push for his return today. It's one of several big cases we're monitoring concerning the Trump administration's immigration and deportation policies. I want to bring in CBS News Department of Justice correspondent Scott MacFarlane to talk about this. So, Scott, what's the latest on this case involving the so-called administrative error, their words, that landed a father who had protected status in this country in a high-security prison?
Yeah, this case of Kilmar Garcia is gaining attention and gaining momentum. There's a political issue here, Vlad. There's a legal issue. As we speak this morning, there's a rally in Hyattsville, Maryland, that's right outside of Washington, D.C., where some supporters and relatives of Garcia are urging, if not pleading, for his return to the United States from that lockup in El Salvador. You see the group there with signs and with relatives. They moved to the courthouse not far from there in Greenbelt, Maryland, midday for a court hearing as they try to make a case to a federal judge to get Garcia returned from El Salvador to the United States. The Trump administration has shown no indication it's going to yield here and make that happen through the Department of Justice or through the Department of Homeland Security. So the judge is going to have to figure this out. But the plaintiff's attorneys and the relatives of Mr. Garcia are unequivocal, Vlad, arguing he was scooped up by mistake, that he's not tied to a foreign gang, and that he should be returned, and that's what happens when the Trump administration used a 1798 law that circumvented due process and circumvented court controls to expedite those deportations.
So let's turn to another case that you're monitoring, Scott. The administration could end up being found in contempt of court over their deportation flights. Break down what's going on here.
Yeah, the judge who first heard this whole dispute over those March 15th deportations to El Salvador had ordered the planes turned around after he learned they were possibly in the air. Those flights were not turned around. In fact, they landed in El Salvador, too late for the judge's orders to be honored or complied with. Ever since March 15th, Vlad, he has been pressing the Department of Justice to answer why were his orders not complied with? Why were they ignored? He's not satisfied so far, James Boasberg isn't, that he's gotten a declarative, unambiguous answer from the Department of Justice, and he pressed them in court again yesterday and still seems unsatisfied with the answers. He has brandished the possibility of contempt hearings against somebody inside the Trump administration. The Attorney General Pam Bondi was asked about that during an unrelated news conference this morning in Fort Lauderdale.
I don't believe anyone defied a court order. I think testimony came out in court that those planes not only had taken off, but were outside of American airspace. Moreover, they were illegal aliens from El Salvador, just like these guys on this chart, who are committing violent murders throughout our country. They were some of the worst to qualify under the Alien Enemies Act, and we should be concerned about the victims of these crimes here in our states more than these defendants.
Vlad, that means we have quite a showdown, likely next week here in Washington. The Department of Justice isn't yielding. The judge wants some answers. There could be somebody found in contempt of court as early next week.
All right, Scott MacFarlane reporting from Washington. Scott, thank you, my friend.